Hey, look, guys. Tom Cannon made a post, right? And he's like, hey, since we're talking about skill-based matchmaking, I'm genuinely curious. Which kind of matchmaking would you prefer when playing online? Evenly matched opponents every time, or more variants? Where sometimes you can beast on people, but sometimes you get beasted on. That English is so destroyed. That's the most clapped English I've seen in a minute. But, right? First, I want to talk about how I feel, right? The thing is, right? Even match or beast and get beasted on. And even match, you will beast people and get beasted on. And even match doesn't mean that you'll end up with every fight is last hit. That's not how it works, right? Fighting games are a series of reads, so like you can just get cooked. You can just get cooked. Now this beast and get beast on, I don't know what that means though. That sounds terrible almost, right? It sounds like sometimes you'll get memed or you'll get a genuinely easy match. And that's bad. I think that's really bad actually. Look at that. I'm so glad people understand. You know who likes to beast and get beasted on? People who are near the top or think they're near the top. Why? Because they won't get beasted on, right? This is not something that'll ever bother them. People don't play fighting games for a various number of reasons, right? And not going to say that that this plays a big part, but this plays a part, right? That variance, I don't think that, because you know people get beasted anyway, right? But I don't think that you should ever get erased, right? And that's what getting beasted is. And I don't think you should ever erase anyone either. If you want to erase somebody, you go join a lobby or something, or go join a place to blast people. You don't just, the matchmaking you should do, go play casuals, right? Casuals can have a wider matchmaking or whatever. But like, could you imagine? Because this doesn't specify whether it's ranked or not, right? But it doesn't specify, but like, no one should be running around. No one should run around double perfect. Because that's what I assume when I hear getting beasted. Or double 80% healthing someone. Right? No one should run around doing something like that. I feel like catering too much to lower ranked players creates a longer period of skill stagnation. So, they should fight high level players every so often to see how they progress. Maybe implement a system, or if they're on a losing streak, they only pair up with people at the same level, only until they win. So here's the problem with that, right? The problem with that is that they'll feel like they got given an easy opponent because they lost too many times in a row. Not they fought an even opponent because they lost too many times in a row. That's a bad system, period, actually. If anyone's fucking with that, that's bad. And the thing is, they should fight high level players every so often to see how they progress. It's easy to do that. You go up to someone who's higher level and say, hey, play me. Right? Maybe you can't always play the highest level player, but you will always be able to find someone higher level than you that's willing to either play, teach, or whatever it takes. Because that's how people are. Sometimes humans are just good. And this is one of them. I see even matchmaking, but keeping windows of those tiers small so that you play matchmaking. So yeah, that's the thing, right? So matchmaking shouldn't be based on like this. Platinum is 7,500 and like almost 10k, right? And in that pot, it puts you against Ultra Gold or Super Platinum. If you're near the top half of that plat and you fight somebody in Super Gold, Ultra Gold, you're probably gonna wash them. But it's only one skill difference. No, it's not really, because of it's wrong, right? You're not supposed to do it by rank. You do like League. Do you guys know what League does? Supposedly, because they've never perfectly released the system, because anything that can be gamed will be gamed. What is it? There's a rule about it. I forget what it is, right? But people always game the system. I want to find the law. Oh well. But yeah, people will always game the system as long as it's possible. Huh. So they've never like fully released it, but basically, from what we understand, they still use something similar to the ELO number they used before. You have a visible rank that we get to see, right? That's for flexing, really, right? And it somewhat matches up with what you have, and your visual rank tries to catch up to your MMR, which is in the background, right? But your matchmaking rating actually determines what you get placed in, how many points you get. It determines how far you're actually gone along, right? And something like that should be used, something real, not just something flat where, well, you know what, eventually, if you're better than plat players, eventually you'll climb out. It should be that way. If you're better than 14% of plat players and use like the pure matchmaking system and you're placed against somebody who's also 14% better and you beat people that are 14% better consistently, then we know you're 15% better. Not that you have to beat people in diamond to prove that you're better than half of plat. That doesn't make any sense. Who's the way that things currently work, right? And not just in this game, but like in other games too. Constant even matches get boring, but I prefer matchmaking to keep things at a reasonable level. I'm hearing him. Which seems to be how a lot of reasonable fighting games. Nope. Matchmaking, nope. Moving on past him. Oh, this is about his kid doing a longbow. This is him holding GGPL. Okay, that's cool. I thought there'd be more comments. Maybe I didn't click it properly. I thought there'd be more comments. Okay, there we go. I actually ride the spooky time. What do they do for Tekken? Where you have an option to pair +2 or minus. Oh, plus or -2 or plus or -3. Okay, that makes sense. You need to find somebody way better than you, see what's up, and sometimes someone worse than you, so you can have more breathing room to learn and practice stuff. Not like assuming it's not a complete stomp. Well, that's the thing that I mentioned earlier, right? When you want scenarios like that, there are places to go, right? Well, yeah, I'd likely have said even, but I've been participating in a system that doesn't account for skill at all, and it's been much better. Caveat is doesn't have a rank associated with it. That'd be healthy in a way. Open up opportunities for players to try new characters on the point of play style is fun without the massive background shots, knowing they might damage the MMR and not current mode. So that's the thing. Unranked mode should be like in League. They should be separate, right? Some people perform poorly under pressure, so they have low rank, but when they play well when they're having fun, and people tend to play worse when they're going to have fun, right? Great players. So I've seen people who they might be silver or gold. They play their norms, diamond players, right? Because they're good enough to keep up with the diamond players while they're joking around. And that's how it is, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. They go play their rank games, silver, hard stuck. And that's fine, right? That's how it should be. I understand, though, the MMR thing. And you don't want to give people too many characters. Like Smash has it, but I think Smash took a step in the right direction. Having a different MMR per character lets you practice all of the characters. It does, right? It only ignites some weirdos, me, to try and get them all into Elite. Me, again, that's not really a problem that most people have. Most people just want to play their one character into Elite. There are a couple characters, maybe bounce between a few, you know. I love how Fantasy Striker allows you to play two ways. Yeah. You grind training, and every 1-2 minutes another rank match starts, and after round 3 of those are rank matches up next. Yeah. That's a lot of people. That just allows you to queue them both up. You beast and get beasted on. Perfect world, we can have options with 10,000 players. There's a clock on every FG and whatnot, but I shouldn't be looking super bad with matchup knowledge, no winning so easily. Then I get bored. Mix it up. I don't even know how to respond to that properly, right? Obviously, you know, I disagree. But like, how do I disagree? Is it that I think, hey, you sound like you're too lazy to go to push past where you are, right? Because as you're constantly getting better, if you're getting, when you're getting even matchups, right, and you're constantly getting better, right, the system will be wrong. And because it'll be wrong, you will beast people on your way through. And if you're actually worse than the system thought you were, you will get beasted on the way through, right? Your skill will give you that up and down. It doesn't have to be artificially made. I guess, yeah, that's the issue, right? As I was saying, doesn't need to be, right? Doesn't need to be. You will smash or get smashed. You will climb until you're getting smashed, right? Or you will get smashed until you're able to climb, right? Oh. Yo, this is my boy. Noticing FGCs are mostly even, but let me fight stronger people sometimes, which I call out. You will be the stronger player who has to crush the weaker player. And this is solved by even match every time, but with fast convergence. This is my boy! This is my boy! Right? You assume? Choose skill rating or whatever you're using is a perfect estimate. You always be able to find someone. Happens, so there's natural variance. My boy! My boy, I'm about to like these actually. I don't know, I'm agree with people not hitting like. My boy. You get beast on, I don't need to get you humble, but people don't get humble. That's why fighting games are small. They don't get humble, they get sad. You learn from your enemy. That's also true. But you can learn from them regardless. Right? You will learn from them regardless if that is your aim. And even if it's not your aim, you will get taught, period. It's not up to you. Right? You will get taught, period. Learn from saying try stuff you wouldn't dare do on an evenly matched game. But even then, should be doing no. Because then, if you want to practice stuff, training mode. Friendlies. These tools already exist. You don't need to just be given a bad player that's unwilling to clap, right? It's stupid. You imagine most of the time, so you get real games that go down the wire. Losing hard to see my mistakes. Go to the tournament. Or climb so that you'll run into people that will do that to you. Beat you, I feel like I earned it. That's my boy. Because that's the thing. You don't earn it when it does that. This guy's trolling. Okay, I can hear that. Right? Yeah. I can respect that. That's pretty interesting. But I don't think that this has to do anything with yeah, he's like keep skill based after also this would be fun. I agree, that would be fun. Yeah. You by playing solidly against people you are skill checked. That is the skill. Yeah, those guys should have casual matches like heck. And I think that good was so like the thing is, right? This is like just for me, right? I feel like evenly skilled matchups are actually casual and fun unless you're near the top. Near the top they're stressful because your brain is on and you're hurting, right? Because you don't want to have to try. But if you don't have to try, go hit those lobbies, those friendlies, and go beat up unwilling participants or maybe even willing participants. Because sometimes they just want to see where they're at, and there's a place for that. And you already know once you start getting, if the game starts getting close, you're gonna do this as you sit up to clap, right? So I don't even understand why people are pretending. Right? This is a joke. Needed a good option. Either will help overall. Okay. Because you learned something. Okay. You can learn things from people. I'm gonna make another video about that someday, maybe. Right? But this is... this is too much stuff to argue with all day. I can't do that, right? But this is... It is nice to know that a lot of these people have the decency to understand, right? The thing is that there's a time and a place and a variation amount that's disagreed upon people, right? Even matches only aren't fun when you're good. Just gonna keep it real. It reminds me of like the Call of Duty thing where people were complaining. Call of Duty, no, it shouldn't be skill based. The lower ranked players or bad players don't want to be skill based because first off, there's RNG in some of those games, right? If you play in Battlegrounds, you got mad RNG. You shoot somebody in the back, so it doesn't matter, right? It handles itself, right? And the people that are better, they just want to low key. I'm gonna keep it real. They just want to not have to try and beast everyone. That's what they want, right? It's a weird, sick ego thing, right? I've never seen anybody give me a sound reason, and I'm sure maybe someday somebody will. If it's any good, somebody will make up a good reason. But until that day, that stuff is it's disgusting to me, right? It's like me going, yo, I love wrestling. Time to go wrestle on my elementary, suplex these kids, right? That's stupid, right? If I like wrestling, then I shouldn't only find the joy in fighting those who cannot fight back, right? Anyway, that's all. Right, that's all.